And welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is a Wednesday, and I'm going to cut to our camera. Ann is out there trying to get the television to be fixed, but that's fine. We don't need television while we're doing radio, do we, Ann? You know what today is, Ann?
Hump day.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
People missed.
Working.
They missed it. That's okay.
Whatever.
We'll get it. Hey, it's a beautiful day out today.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It's nice out today. It's going to be up to 75 degrees today.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
It's not going to be consistently in the 70s, but I am welcoming 60s, 70s, anything.
Yeah.
Like that.
What if it decided to rain this afternoon? What would you think?
I don't have to mow.
The grass is growing like crazy.
It is. I looked at ours yesterday, but it's not. It's not quite there because not everything. When it's halfway there, it's hard to see.
Yeah.
Where you need
to
be.
Kind of like the way my hair grows lately. Just got tufts. A little bit tough of this and a tough of that.
Is that what it is?
Or a tuft. I think it's tuft.
Are you continuing to lose hair?
I don't know, and I don't even think about it now.
Okay.
Don't even want to know.
Your wife could probably answer that since she cuts your hair.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, it didn't take long. Put it on 5.
Richard's gone to cutting his own too. I have to help him with the back, but why not?
Just put it on a 5, and you're good.
He does like a less than that, but he buzzes this kind of, this part, and then he
fades it.
He used to do a flat top. Was his deal.
Yeah.
And then he could never find anybody, in town that could cut a flat top to suit him. So he just kind of improvise. But anyway, but yours should be easy to do. Yeah, 5 everywhere.
Everywhere. It used to be like, we need to trim a little closer on the side and a little bit longer on the top, but it's hopeless.
I don't know if I'll ever get to that point.
Well, you yourself? With your hair?
I'm not sure I would ever cut my own hair.
We did have a topic to ponder about, your hair. Are you happy with your hair? And a lot of women were saying it's thinning. Does your hair thin as you get older?
I don't notice it so much.
No, don't notice.
Yet. Knock on something.
Yeah. I wonder what the point was to allow men to lose their hair. What was the point behind that? What was the design?
Because God thought.
Blame it on God.
No, because I think that as we age, when the hair thinning usually happens, you want less to deal with. So let's just get rid of the hair.
Yeah, but all the hair goes from the top of your head to the middle of your back.
Well, that I can't help you with. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, why doesn't it happen to women? What do they?
Why do we not get hair on our back?
No.
Oh. I hope we don't.
We ought to ask our listeners and our followers on Facebook to take a picture of the hair on your back.
Please, would you please send pictures of your back to Around the Table?
Back Hair Wednesday.
Y'all, please don't. Please refrain from doing so.
Oh, goodness.
I'm sure there's some memes already being thought of.
Yeah. Thanks, Hillary.
Gorilla back.
She did our... she's not only the office manager, but she's the technical wizard.
She is a whiz. The whiz. We're just going to call her that. Oh, boy,
okay,
Dan.
Let's see. We've gone to good weather to back hair, so I don't know how we ended up there.
Well, pig proctology could interest.
Yeah. I came...
Wait a minute. Let me set the stage. Dan is a pretty smart dude, in my humble opinion.
Smarter,
I think that you can do a lot of things, and you're talented and you're creative, and I can appreciate that. Right. But some of the stuff that his creative brain comes up with is absolutely off the wall.
It's demented.
This is one of them. Okay. This morning, you tell him what you did.
Well, you could tell him if you really...
No, please, you just go right ahead.
I don't know. I just had this wild notion, and I told Beamer this morning, I said, I just got my certificate in the mail. He said, for what? And I said, pig proctology. I said, I've got the market cornered. No, I said, do you know of anybody that's doing that kind of work these days?
See? that, the bunny story, the whole thing. It just like your improv is.
It's all about farm animals.
Excelente.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
We did. Our cat killed a little bunny rabbit this morning. A baby bunny rabbit. And it chewed it up quite a bit, and it brought it up on the front porch like cats do.
Sure.
Like, look what I did.
Exactly.
So I had to dispose of it this morning.
Oh yeah.
Poor thing. It was just out minding its own bunny business.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Your cat was just stalking the little bunnies.
I know. And
Bless
this new cat that we've got, started out. Somebody dumped it on our property on
For a
the
reason,
dirt
'cause they
road.
knew.
Well, and then there's other cats we think in the neighborhood that are brothers and sisters because they didn't dump them all at once. They sparsed them out when they went down the dirt road. Anyway, this cat, it likes food, man, and this cat it's bigger than I think it's bigger than the other one we have. Anyway, it eats, and if you put a bowl of like a little saucer of food or a bowl or whatever food, it'll eat it, every bit of it.
Really?
Oh yeah, just
Do you feed it every day?
have to get a second job.
Do you feed it every day?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I think twice a day.
Okay.
Yeah, just keeps getting.
Is he getting fat?
Yeah.
Okay.
When it lays down, it's the belly just
Yeah.
kind of spreads out.
Spoiled rotten.
Yeah. That's
How
what
funny.
happens.
Yes, you bet. We all do that, don't we?
Yeah. Well, let's get to some weather. How about that?
All righty.
Sunny with a high near 75 today. Overnight low is 59. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 51. Thursday, mostly sunny, high near 73. Good weather again. Low 44. No chance of rain for those days. And then Friday, sunny, high near 63. Friday night, overnight low 38. And then take it away, Ann.
Saturday is a high of 68, and Saturday night a low of 50. Sunday high of 77, low of 61. Monday high of 77. And then Monday night we do have a 20% chance of showers, and the low will be around 50. And then Tuesday that 20% continues, mostly sunny though, with a high near 69.
Okay.
You know what? These are the kind of forecasts I like to read.
Yeah.
No wind gusts,
Mm-hmm.
no rain.
We'll probably do
No
for
snow?
some more rain. We're in the middle of
I'm sure rain's
spring. It's
I can
coming.
deal with rain. It's the cold and the rain I'm just
Yeah.
kind of dead
Yeah.
set against.
Okay. Our topic to ponder for today.
Okay.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Are you healthier now or 10 years ago?
Probably 10 years ago.
You
I don't know.
you think?
It's hard. It's hard for me to say that. 10 years ago is kind of when I started being, and I'm not talking about weight particularly, but that does enter into it. But healthier as far as I started an exercise routine, started really focusing on that more.
Yeah.
And I think I was probably healthier back then.
Oh, you think?
But also age has something to do with that.
Well, yeah.
Because with age, I get up and go, just different things. And so
Yeah.
is that healthier?
Yeah.
But you can't change that because
Yeah.
you're getting older.
Yeah.
So
I think about what I was doing 10 years ago, and I'm healthier now
are you?
than 10 years ago.
In what way?
I think I've got a better control of my diabetes. I
Okay.
think, yeah.
That
and
definitely so.
I've, it's a tough disease to try to figure out and to work it into your lifestyle.
Plus, you have somebody, I think, physician-wise, that is very knowledgeable. I think, don't you think? Don't you go somewhere else?
Yeah, I go to an endocrinologist.
An endocrinologist that has helped you with all that.
And they're really focused, and the technology has changed, and the knowledge has changed over the last 10 years. So it's really helpful. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm healthier now, and just to be able to get up in the morning and go and not be burdened by a bunch of chronic stuff. Yeah, I'm a lot better off.
Yeah, okay, I understand that. I don't know.
Okay.
That was a hard one for me.
Yeah, okay.
Because I felt physically I was probably healthier back then because I was doing a lot more strenuous stuff.
Do you feel like you're age-wise declining in some respects?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. I mean, joints hurt, things hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elbows hurt. Now you can't work out unless you walk on a tread. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Is that healthy or not? I think I'm more aware.
Well, I think
health-wise.
for some people at a certain age, to be able to get up in the morning and walk out to the front porch and stand there and enjoy the morning, and that's exercise for them. So,
Ask me that in 10 years, and
Yeah.
both of us. We'll see what we say.
Well, we want you to participate in our topics to ponder. Are you healthier now or 10 years ago?
Give us
Let
your
us
thoughts.
know. Go to our Facebook page.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
Wow. Okay. 165 years ago, which explains the poor audio, in 1860, French inventor Edward Leon Scott used a phonograph to make the earliest known sound recording. It was meant only to show how the human voice looked on paper, but scientists at the Lawrence Berkeley National Lab in California found a way to play it back. It's a singer crooning for her way through the French folk song "Au clair de la lune."
Can you imagine what they thought when they first heard that? I bet it was
kinda great.
I bet it was a ethereal, ghostly
Sure.
experience.
Sure.
Like, where is that person? How did you do that?
My dad, I don't know, it's some kind of weird recording of his voice, from early on, I don't know when, but that's like the only audio voice that I recall. I mean, I don't even recall one, but it's really quite interesting, but I don't really know how to do anything with it. You know what I mean? It's really strange, but the things that they can do, was my point, is miraculous, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll that.
This was 86 years ago, after the Daughters of the American Revolution barred her from singing at Constitutional Hall. Black opera singer Marian Anderson gave an Easter Sunday concert at the Lincoln Memorial. The concert, arranged by Eleanor Roosevelt, is a cherished event in the history of the Civil Rights Movement.
Now, and she was banned. Wow.
That's just ridiculous. We consider it ridiculous now,
Yeah.
but back then I'm sure it was a part of the culture.
Yeah.
Take my hand. Lead me on, lest I stand.
57 years ago, mourners turned out in Atlanta for the funeral of Martin Luther King Jr. Mahalia Jackson sang. I think that's how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
Mahalia Jackson sang King's favorite song, "Take My Hand."
Mm-hmm.
The cemetery is too small for his spirit, but we commit his body to the ground.
And that's the continuation of that ceremony where Martin Luther King was buried in Atlanta.
I think it's a major victory against the drug lords.
33 years ago, a Miami federal jury convicted former Panamanian dictator Manuel Noriega on 8 drug and racketeering charges. President Bush, who had sent U.S. troops to capture Noriega, was pleased.
Sometimes one person gets singled out to be held up by law enforcement as an example. I simply have to accept that.
This was 29 years ago. A congressional giant left office in disgrace. Representative Dan Rostenkowski of Illinois pleaded guilty to the 2 counts of mail fraud. The once powerful chair of the House and Ways and Means Committees said that he was made a scapegoat for business as usual on Capitol Hill. Rostenkowski was sentenced to 17 months in prison and fined $100,000.
You don't know how glad I am that was yours.
People are jumping up and down on top of the statue on the ground, their arms raised in the air. It is an incredibly symbolic moment.
22 years ago, jubilant Iraq celebrated the collapse of Saddam Hussein's regime. CBS News correspondent Laura Logan watched as U.S. troops helped them topple a statue of Saddam in downtown Baghdad.
Okay.
Oh, this is oh my God! Look at what you did to him! Oh my God!
Wow.
This was 2017, 8 years ago. Dr. David Dow, a passenger on a United Express flight about to take off for Louisville, Kentucky, was dragged off the plane by security officers at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport to make room for 4 airline employees. The video of the incident went viral. The woman, a fellow passenger, featured it in the video, was horrified to see Dow bloodied and dazed, removed from the plane.
Okay, there's more to that story because that doesn't even what they had to drag her off because she refused to go.
Yeah,
she already had a ticket. What's the deal?
No, it was she was a witness, but Dr. David Dow was taken off the plane.
Yeah.
I don't know the context.
Well, maybe that was not. So this wasn't Dr. Dow. That this was happening. I mean, that was speaking here.
No, that
was just a passenger.
Just a passenger.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't read that.
The Super Mario Brothers movie smashed the competition at the box office, powering up more than $200 million in ticket sales. The animated flick beat Frozen 2 as the biggest opening weekend for an animated film ever.
Yeah, not really.
Second and third place at the box office went to John Wick 4 and Dungeons & Dragons. Both earned $14 million.
Our basketball division is terrible.
I do not love it.
Ben Affleck's Air Jordan origin story Air scored fourth place. It's Amazon's first global theatrical release.
2 years ago, the Super Mario Brothers movie would prove to be a surprisingly huge hit at the box office, bringing in $204.6 million in its first 5 days. CBS News correspondent Monica Ricks was the one speaking. By year's end, the animated film had earned more $1.3 billion globally, second only to Barbie for the year.
Wow.
Wyatt, you ever wonder why we've been a part of so many unfortunate incidents, yet we're still walking around?
This is a birthday cut. Actor Dennis Quaid was born on this day in 1954. He is 71 today.
Wow.
He's appeared in movies such as The Day After Tomorrow and Flight of the Phoenix, and here he is in the film Wyatt Earp. Earp.
I'm trapped. I hate my marriage. I hate it. I hate my life.
Actress Cynthia Nixon was born on this day, 1966. She's 59. She played Miranda in Sex and the City and in various sequels of that.
And then also another birthday cut. Punk rock singer Gerard Way was born on this day in 1977, 48 today, as the lead singer of the Chemical Romance. What a name for a band. He put out a single called Sing.
Hi, this is Blair Waldorf. I was wondering if any of the pieces that I put on hold were picked up today.
Actress Leighton Meester was born this day in 1986, making her 39. She starred as Blair Waldorf on the teen drama Gossip Girl.
Okay. And then a birthday cut. Actor, singer Jesse McCartney was born in 1987, 38 years old today. This is the first hit, or they had a nice hit called Beautiful Soul.
About 3 things I was absolutely positive. First, Edward was a vampire.
Actress Kristen Stewart was born on this day, 1990. She's 35. She's best known for playing Bella Swan in the Twilight Saga. Did you get all wrapped up in the Twilight Saga?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. And our last birthday cut, rapper Lil Nas X was born on this day in 1999, 26 years old today. He had a hit called Old Town Road.
Okay. Up after the break, we will have Austin Smith and Chuck Eddington with a Creekside, and they're going to give us all the scoop. There's some event coming up that caught my eye. Plus, we'll just get caught up on what's going on.
All right. We'll be right back.
TV channel 26.1.
And welcome back to Around the Table. We've got some pretty cool events happening in around Harrison, and Chuck Eddington and Austin Smith are here from Harrison City Hall.
Well,
Public
Harrison,
Works, Parks and Work.
Parks and Rec.
Yes.
And Creekside. All the things.
It just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and the title's getting longer and longer. How's it going, guys?
Good. Pretty good. Happy to be here.
You know, we talk about Creekside a lot, and it's gotten it's met and exceeded your expectations.
So far, yes, sir.
So far,
we were hoping for 1,000 members, from October to December. And now we're already at 3,900.
Oh my gosh!
So our goal is for the end of 25 is 5,000, and I think we're going to reach that easy.
Do you step back and say, "Oh my gosh, we didn't expect this much. What are we going to do?" I mean, are you overburdened by anything, or
we knew how great it was because we thought, we had thought of everything.
Yeah.
Try to place in there for everybody to have something to do of every age, and when people come in and they see it. We get the membership, or they buy a day pass.
Sure, yeah.
They're buying a couple of day passes a week.
they're pretty impressed.
So they're using it. This is what we want. We keep our members access, but we also have events there. You can rent certain rooms. So we try to involve the whole community and then the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
There's no price difference if you live outside of the city limits as there is if you live in city limits.
Yeah,
so
well,
we're open to all.
Yeah, I drive by there going home, and the parking lot's full sometimes, and I'm like, they must be having a special event there, but no, it's just a regular business day, right?
Yeah, most of the time we might have a league or something going on at night in a couple of the courts, but we keep a court open most of the time during the week for members, and the walking track's always open, even if we have an event.
That's what you want.
Summer's coming up, so kids will be out of school. You're going to be slammed.
So over spring break, that's why we talked about in my committee meeting last week. Over spring break, we sold 500 day passes.
Wow.
So that kind of gave us an idea about what's going to happen in the summer. We're going to try to hopefully turn some of those day passes over spring break into memberships in the summer.
Right.
So we're planning on being swamped, which is a great thing. We want the facility full. We want people using it, and we want people there.
Yeah, and the youth center's still being utilized, too.
Youth center's still being utilized.
Yeah.
I want you
pickleball going on down there.
Yeah.
at the youth center? Mm-hmm. Well, you have something coming up, a unique dive-in movie thing.
Yep, we're having
tell us.
Dive-in movie night Friday night at Creekside. It'll be our first one ever that we've ever had, and we're going to be watching Finding Nemo.
Oh boy!
Is Nemo going to be in the pool? Can they get in the pool? So they'll be in the pool if they want, or whatever.
So they'll be able to hang out in the pool, have an inner tube, like circular inner tube. They can bring inner tubes and everything.
Okay.
And the floaty, what's the little floaty stick thing?
Yeah.
Noodle.
Yeah.
It's pool noodles. They'll have a pool noodle, and the splash zone will be closed down for that, so they can hear the movie and everything.
Yeah.
I have a question about the pool or the inner tube, all that stuff. Can people bring that stuff with them to the pool? Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, if you buy a day pass or you have a membership, you can bring your own stuff to use in the pool.
Okay.
We have locker rooms and everything. They can store stuff.
Okay.
But, we clean that out every day, so whatever you bring, you have to take with you. So
take it.
Take it with you. So keep everything clean. But on the movie night, they can bring a bag chair. We got bleachers, of course, for if they want to let their kids swim and they want to sit and watch the movie in the bleachers. But they can also bring a bag chair. We just opened up our patio. We got our furniture out there for this week.
Oh, good.
So
wow.
the concession stand is going to be open for the first time during the pool area. And we have a big lobby out in the front that they
is
can
huge.
get snacks in.
It's
so
starting at 5:30 on Friday.
5:30.
Whose brainchild was that? To do a movie in there?
The mayor and Libby.
Okay.
We'll give the mayor the credit because he's always challenging us to do, I think outside the box on things we haven't done. And I'll even say we're doing an Easter egg hunt in the pool, like it's going to be a dive-in Easter egg.
How fun is that?
Kim gave it a good name, my assistant. I don't know what she called it, but we'll be advertising that too. But it's for kids 3 and up. I think we're going to 10. 3 to 10, we're doing different stations at different times and letting them come in around Easter on that
cool.
Saturday and swim and do eggs and get a prize so we can get some more people into the pool.
I'm thinking with all this growth, you have to grow your staff as well. Or, I would think are there summer opportunities for I don't know.
So with
kids?
full time and everything now, with Creekside running and all of our concession stands running, with all of our leagues and tournaments going on, we got about 90 people working.
Wow.
For parks. We got 15 now full time, and then the rest is part time employees that we hire. Some are going to be seasonals. When we open our outdoor pool, so our outdoor pool, just to say, everybody's asking that question. I want to say now we're on the radio. It's going to be open just like normal Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
It opens and it'll close on Labor Day, but it's going to have the same hours like it used to.
Okay.
So nothing's
there's two
changing.
opportunities.
So
Just
if you want to swim outside, or you want to come to the indoor with your membership or your day pass, it's still going to be available. Two different pools.
Good.
Well, you mentioned tournaments. What's happening there?
We got a huge tournaments coming this weekend. We got 41 travel baseball teams coming in. We're partnered with Arkansas Premier Tournaments on that, and so we'll have 41 teams Saturday and Sunday at the complex at Equity Bank on Industrial Park. If you would like to come to that, games start at 8 a.m. both days, go till about 9 on Saturday and 4 on Sunday. $5 to get in to watch a lot of good baseball. The big thing we haven't had, because we haven't had the facilities, is we're having a huge basketball travel tournament this weekend, partnered with Be Elite. They're a good sponsor. They're a local organization here. They're bringing 125 teams confirmed Saturday and Sunday to Creekside. We're using Creekside, the Youth Center, the Harrison High School, and North Arkansas College will all have these games going on. It's 3rd grade to 12th grade, boys and girls. And that's going to be that's 166 teams here in Harrison all weekend. So our restaurants hopefully are packed. Our hotels are hopefully packed. That's why we do that, and it helps pay for our facility when we bring people to town. So we're really excited to host that, and actually we wanted to help downtown too. We have a couple of restaurants on downtown, and Creekside being downtown, we're going to have shuttles running and things like that to help our downtown as well.
Wow.
Cool. Wow.
That's a one. I mean, the vision is selling. I'm just impressed with that. The growth and the thinking outside of the box, for sure.
Yeah, if you own a restaurant, hopefully you got enough supplies to pack through the weekend.
Well, that's and be mindful of that as you drive through town. There's going to be extra traffic and people, and hopefully people out walking around. You know, and we need to be mindful.
Well, of that. and it's hats off to you guys for wrangling all those people to come to this area. I mean, they can go anywhere, but to come to Harrison is a big achievement.
Some more good news is we're actually working on the stage area right now for our Creekside Amp Theater. That's going to be outside on the old football field. I think we're trying to host a big event in the end of June.
Wow.
So if we do that, this is going to be a big testament to our parking areas and how we shuttle and do things in this tournament, and how we handle a concert as well.
Now that stage, that's going to be a permanent built stage, and is it being constructed now?
They started it last week.
Wow. Okay.
And hopefully the weather will cooperate with all that.
Hopefully the weather cooperates, and we get a good act to open up. I don't know who it is yet. We got a couple of options we're still trying to negotiate with. We're partnered with Explore Harrison on that, with Matt Bell and his committee. But it's exciting. We got lots of things going on, and we're going to try to do 5 big acts a year. Sell like a season pass for that, and then the mayor's also going to recruit local bands to come out, and we're going to try to offer that stuff sometimes for free.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Just for the community.
Nice. I didn't get to vote because I live outside the city, but I had no idea when this facility was even mentioned about, this possibility, let's vote, blah, blah, blah. But I had no idea. I had no idea what it would do and what it would do for our community and how it would just feed the community.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, it's being received very well, and a great job.
You always have your naysayers out there trying to find something wrong with it, but so far I can't find anything wrong with it.
Yeah. Well, it was needed because the crowds are showing that it's needed.
Yeah,
it proves it.
I'm impressed. Yeah.
Anything else going on now? The movie this weekend is that going to be you're going to have more of those?
I hope so.
Yeah. Okay.
Like so.
See how it goes.
We're going to see how this first one goes, and then we're going to probably try to plan, so many times a year.
Yeah.
That we'll do a
now, is the screen above water or is it below water?
Yeah, we got a nice screen in there now. We can run. So, actually, we're having our first swim meet June 7th in their indoor aquatics, and we're going to be able to live stream to our TVs.
Oh,
in
that's
other
cool.
rooms.
No, wow.
That's
we
cool.
can actually go in the facility while they're waiting on their kids instead of just having to be crammed in the pool and watch the live stream
of the event.
Yeah. So, our tech, David Wilson, I got to give a shout out to him. He was behind a lot of our tech. part of that building, and it's crazy. Our scoreboards are flat screen TVs. We can
They're
run
digital too,
commercials.
yeah. Nice.
We can do anything we want to between half times or timeouts, anything. We can put anything up. We can play Razorback games all throughout the whole facility when people are there if we
That's
want
pretty
to.
cool.
So it's a big deal.
Are you putting that stuff in the pool so that you'll know on the movie night when somebody pees in the pool?
We're actually having bathroom breaks.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I think that's probably wise.
There'll be some emission.
Yeah, we'll have 2 10-minute bathroom breaks.
Good deal.
To let
Good
people
deal.
get out
Hold
of the pool
it.
and pause the movie.
Good thinking right there.
Just a thought.
Libby made sure we were going to put that in the time frame when we were starting the movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
thinking of everything.
You betcha.
Anything else going on that we need to talk about, or do we pretty well cover
Just
it?
come. If you haven't been in Creekside, please come and see our facilities. And if you don't have anything going on this weekend, come watch some basketball or baseball games to help support those people coming to our town and show our interest in that. That
You
helps.
still have Bring a Friend Friday?
We did that in February, and we're
Okay.
actually looking at doing it again because
Okay.
we had pretty good success with that.
Okay.
We're tracking to see how many of those turned
Actually
into
join-
actual memberships
Uh-huh.
right now. So once we get the numbers back, we'll probably do another promotion.
And the day pass is still $8. Is that
The day pass is
correct? Okay,
$8 to use the whole facility. That's included.
My husband and I'm sorry to say, we keep going. Yes, we need to go in there. Yes, and we live in Bergman, and we're like, we never make it into
And I definitely encourage you, if you just want to come to a day pass, that you do grab a price sheet when you leave.
Right.
With all
For
the
sure.
membership
For
options.
sure.
We have so many discounts and so many opportunities to join. Just please come in and get one of those. You can come in and get a tour anytime.
Well,
and pick up a
Because
membership price.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
The price point on all the things you offer must be dead on, because it shows in the people that are taking advantage of it. So, yeah.
We appreciate
well, kudos to
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you.
guys,
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Thanks
Keep
for
up the
having
good
us.
work. We're all excited for what's next.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
We'll
keep
catch
us-
up with
keep
you.
us informed.
Me too.
We're going to be right back. Stay with us. And welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We're talking about old people ailments.
Yeah, old people ailments. We got them.
I tell you, you could talk about that all day, I guess. Could you?
reckon.
Oh, yeah, my back's hurting right here. You ever have a problem with your back?
Can't up anymore. I can't turn. Yeah, it's legit.
We got some young people listening. Just wait.
Hey, we want to thank Stone Bank for being our sponsor.
Okay.
Here at Around the Table. We appreciate them very much. And also, something else I want to mention is, have you ever been to Dick's Five and Dime over in Branson?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I love going in, just meandering through. Yeah, it's kind of crowded in there.
Yeah.
Have you been in there?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, it's a little crowded.
You remember Birchel's Ben Franklin? It's kind of that vibe.
It's got the old wooden creaky floors, and they like to get merchandise that you can't find anymore. I found some licorice gum in there one time, and it's kind of like I can't explain it, but I'm like, I haven't had that since I was 6 years old.
Right.
So
Was
yeah,
it
they
that
had a lot of
Do you think it was that old?
No, I'm sure they've got a manufacturer somewhere making that stuff, but. Yeah, it's just a cool place to go.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be open during the Streetscape project, and they are giving away 5 $100 shopping sprees every week.
Ooh.
You should see how to score on that, because you might get a lot of gum.
They got a lot of Star Trek stuff in there,
So they
too.
want you to get to Dick's Five and Dime in Branson and get yourself registered for that.
Elvis. They got Elvis stuff in there. They got
okay.
I Love Lucy, Lucille Ball. I mean, all the nostalgic.
The classic nostalgic stuff like that.
Everything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
You can even buy a pair of socks in there.
Really?
You can.
You know what?
Everything's
you should just
in there.
go in there and see what all there is to offer.
Yeah, it's
right.
Yeah, and it changes. You think, it's the same old stuff. No, I mean they've got employees working in there all the time, stocking shelves. It's amazing little store.
And Branson's just right down the road.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Now it's a streetscape. Are they redoing the streets or something? Streetscape. You scape or skate?
No, it's a skate. I don't know now.
Oh, sorry. I bet they're redoing the roads or something.
Right. I don't. Y'all.
Okay.
I don't know that particular detail, but Thanks for asking that.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Streetscape. SCAPE.
Yeah, streetscaping. Yes.
So I guess we should find out what streetscape is too.
Yeah, I'm
Anyway.
sure it has something to do with the streets.
I would think so. All right.
Bill Gates says he's leaving his kids just 1% of his fortune.
Wow.
Gosh, he's a chintzy guy, isn't he?
How much is he worth anyway?
I'm sure at least a couple triple billions or whatever. Having Bill Gates as your dad doesn't necessarily make you as rich as you think. Well, he just told a podcaster that he plans to leave his kids less than 1% of his net worth.
Wow.
Not his gross, his net.
Before you start freaking out, that's a lot of money. Come on.
Yeah, and to be fair, that's still about $1 billion between the three of them. So,
okay,
$333 million between them.
Yeah.
Bill is 69 years old. His kids are between the ages of 22 and 28. He says that between their upbringing and their education, they should be able to support themselves without his money anyway. The $100 billion he won't be giving them will instead go to charity.
Well, I like to know that it's going to charity.
Yeah, well, that's good, but,
But
I don't know. It just, how much money do you need?
Right.
Some people say that they'd like to get rid of the millionaires and the billionaires. But if we didn't have millionaires and billionaires, we probably wouldn't have a job.
Well, I guess that could, yeah.
What about the people that facilitate everything that we're doing right now? Somebody's got to have some money.
Right.
I mean, if it was up to us, could we? The aspiration of being an American is to be rich, and to make as money as you can, and be comfortable, and set aside a foundation for your children when you pass on.
With a few exceptions, not everyone has that mentality.
Well,
but yes,
but
you're right. I think that's.
But I think
better.
if you had a choice for that mentality, you would choose it. Would you choose a road of despair, or would you choose a road of prosperity?
Prosperity. I mean,
Yeah.
my answer is prosperity.
Yeah.
And I hope that the bulk of the
So don't hate the millionaires.
society does.
Don't hate the millionaires for supplying just about everything we have.
You know, I don't have hey, be your millionaire. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't get all caught up in that stuff.
Well, I think million and billionaires get to where they're at because they found a niche, and they scratched it. They're scratching the itch. They're scratching the itch by supplying a product or service that people want, and they will pay for. And then that's all of a sudden the money's coming in. They go, "Gosh, I'm getting rich here." You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've seen kids going to this Minecraft movie.
Mm-hmm.
Richard and I went to the movie this past weekend.
What'd you
was
watch? What Minecraft was it?
Oh, The Working Man.
Oh,
with
was that good?
Jason Statham. That was a lot of it. Was Jason Statham. It's the same Jason Statham that shoots up stuff and
He's
blah,
got,
blah, blah, blah,
He's
blah.
got 12 lines in the whole movie.
But you know what? Richard said, "You want to go to the movie?" And I went, "Yeah." I didn't care at the time what it was. We were just going on a date, so why not?
Okay.
Some theaters are starting to ban unaccompanied groups of boys from seeing the Minecraft movie because one scene has some of them acting like total idiots. And of course, it has to do with a TikTok trend. Oh, thank you, TikTok. When the character called a chicken jockey makes his debut, the kids go nuts throwing popcorn and drinks and yelling. One theater in New Jersey now has cops standing by to row out. Oh, wow. To throw out rowdy moviegoers, even though some parents say it's all in good fun. They do, you know, they have to kind of put the nix on some of, what is that? Rocky Horror
Picture Show, yeah.
Yeah, because
they get a little wild. They do squirt guns and
I can remember going in Fayetteville, and it was like a free-for-all. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cleanup. Who's going to do the cleanup? They're not, right?
Right. So, you know, I think the theater here has done like that before and given you bags of this is what you can use, which is probably a smart way to do it. But anyway.
Well, Instagram and Facebook are making big changes for teens. By now,
doing?
Yeah, by now your teens have probably noticed something new about Instagram and Messenger. Meta, who owns Facebook, says they will no longer be able to live stream or to unblur nudity in direct messages unless mom or dad signs off on it first.
Okay.
The changes apply to all users 18 and under and means they'll only receive messages from people they've messaged first.
So they're locking down the kids' security a bit.
But here's my problem, is there's going to be a little screen that pops up and says, verify that you're 18.
And they're going to click yes.
And they're going to, are you 18? Yes or no? And they're going to say yes.
Just like you do sometimes I'll research like things that have alcohol in them.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be 21 or whatever. Well, dunk. Yep, I'm
21.
Yeah, I mean, I am, but you know, that's just ludicrous. But another one of those. I'm not sure that will work, but we'll see on due a time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then most ordered Easter and Passover foods. You ever thought about that? What the most popular foods are?
I would have thought like ham and deviled eggs would have been my thought.
Well, you've heard of Instacart. Well, they've released its Easter and Passover report listing the top foods and candies people ordered last year. It probably won't surprise you that the Reese's eggs, the peanut butter eggs, the peanut butter cups, snagged the first slot, followed by Cadbury and Hershey's. Peeps didn't even make the top 10.
Well, Peeps are gross. They're disgusting.
Yeah, but they make them during this time of year, right?
But they're disgusting.
Yeah. G-Flight fish was the most ordered food.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I'm going to have to look up that word.
G-Flight?
It's G-E-F-I-L-T-E.
G-Filt fish. G-Filt?
Dude,
fish
I don't know.
was the most ordered food, but it also is the most controversial. 44% of customers say it's gross. Also on the list was matzah ball soup. That's a Jewish thing. Lamb and honey baked ham. Lamb and honey baked ham.
See, I would have thought that would have been more at the top, but
yeah.
I forget that we have a very diverse nation.
Yeah, we do.
So, you know, you have to, I don't take that into account when I think. This is made from ground fish, that, however you say it, made from ground fish, often carp, whitefish, or pike, mixed with onions, eggs, and matzo meat and spices.
I'd eat that.
Okay,
I like
good
fish.
For you.
We need to take another break, guys. We're going to take a real quick break and just let everyone know that this show is sponsored by Stone Bank.
You betcha.
For you, with a place that has Boulder banking. We'll be right back. Straight ahead. Stay with us. And we just got some hot information off the press. We've got a reporter on the scene in Branson who is telling, who is This is serious business, Ann. Who's telling us about the streetscaping project? It's a 4-phase project. It's
And they're on the
phases 1 through
phase,
4.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
They're going through phase 1 through 4, and I think they're going to be closed. Phase 4 starts in June, is what they say, and it's basically kind of revamping the downtown area. They're going to be doing some sewer work and some street work and some beautification. Going to be putting out, I think, foliage and
that type of
that,
beautifying,
beautifying, yes,
and
that's
updating.
that's the
I
word.
guess I do want to say that. There's some. They're on phase 3. I don't know exactly what that entails, but that's what the streetscape was.
Yeah, and some of the streets are going to be closed, and one of the streets that is still closed is right there on where Dick's 5 and Dime is, and they're offering, an incentive for people to maybe come down.
You bet. I think you just probably detour around that
Yeah,
block.
just detour. Yeah.
So there's places.
There's
to
other
park.
places to park.
But they're giving away the $100 shopping sprees every week.
Hey.
Every week, people. So get your booties
I'd
down to
walk
5 and Dime at Dick's
Yeah.
5 and Dime.
I'd walk a block or two for
You betcha.
$500.
Would you know?
I might walk
Boy,
it for less than that.
Okay. Y'all were weird.
They think they found the resting site of Noah's Ark.
I've heard this before though, but okay.
Is it Mount Serrat? That's what they thought.
Right.
But let me read this story. Some scientists really think that they found Noah's Ark buried under a mountain in Turkey. Now a team of archaeologists is about to start digging for it. They use satellite photos and scanning sonar to locate what they say is a 538-foot-long boat-shaped formation that could be fossilized remains of the biblical ship. It's about 20 feet underground, probably from sediment and all different kinds of things. So the dig will take a while, but preliminary testing shows it could be petrified wood under there. So that's kind of interesting. When I was back in the 70s, someone showed me, they said that they got a piece of the wood from Noah's Ark, and there was a little sliver. It was black.
I don't know if it was.
Wow.
I also brought home water that was from the River Jordan, or so.
Oh, you did?
Was sold to me that. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, you hope that that's off. I guess.
Well,
Doesn't matter.
you believe it until you
are disproven.
Yeah.
So I wondered what was Turkey in this area when back in Jesus' time, and it says it was part of the Roman Empire, specifically Asia Minor or Anatolia. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh. Okay. I'm not going to read anymore.
Yeah.
I'll get on I'll preach if I do. So I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. The way society is now, they're complaining about all the tariffs and all that stuff, and the push is to buy American.
Right.
And I think that's overall a great thing.
You bet.
I think it's a great thing. I think we should have the factories we used to have.
Right. What are you looking at?
I just want to make sure I know where I'm at here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're close. Anyway, there's a study wanting to know what is the most American-made car.
What is it?
What is the most? What do you think? Ford?
Well, I probably would have said Ford.
Nope. Jeep? Chrysler? Ram?
What is it? What is it?
No more of none of those. According to a new Kelly Book study, Tesla's vehicle are the most purebred American cars out there.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Didn't know that.
And did you know that the Americans are losing interest in electric cars?
That's what what an oxymoron.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Hey, again, thank you, Stone Bank, for being our show sponsor.
Yeah.
And we appreciate them very much. Do you know what today is?
National Unicorn Day.
Okay, get your unicorn. Yeah, whatever.
I don't know what ASMR is. Do you?
No. Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response.
Okay, it's international that day.
Okay, National Name Yourself Day. Okay, whatever. I'm not. Yeah, just name yourself. National Former Prisoner of War Recognition Day and International Day of
And
Pink.
we're
And
out
we're
of time
done.
day. We'll see you tomorrow.